My name is Rachel Monroe, and until last Saturday night, I believed that no matter how badly my sister treated me, she would never cross one line. I was wrong. The line wasn't crossed quietly, it was crossed loudly, publicly, and in front of my 8-year-old daughter, who came running back to me with tears streaking her cheeks and one sentence that shattered something inside my chest forever. "Mom, Aunt Claire said I don't belong here." That sentence didn't just ruin a party, it rewrote my entire understanding of my family. Claire is my older sister, always has been, and in my parents' eyes, she has always been everything. The smart one, the stylish one, the one who married well. I was the other one, the one who ended up fine, which in my family meant stop asking for more. I married Mark when I was 26. He was kind, steady, and worked construction. Not flashy, not rich, just decent. When he died in an accident 3 years ago, Claire sent flowers with a card that said, "Thinking of you." That was it. No visits, no help, no follow-up. I raised my daughter Lily alone after that. Tight budgets, secondhand clothes, coupons clipped with military precision. But Lily was happy, bright, polite, gentle in a way that made strangers smile. Claire knew this, and she used it. The invitation arrived 3 weeks ago. Thick cardstock, gold lettering, my parents' address listed as the RSVP contact. Claire was hosting a celebration party, her house, technically her husband Daniel's house, but she never acknowledged that distinction. Engagement anniversary, career milestone, new kitchen reveal. Honestly, I wasn't sure what we were celebrating. Claire liked reasons. The invite didn't specify a dress code, just cocktail attire encouraged. I almost didn't go, but my parents insisted. It would mean so much to Claire, my mother said. She wants the family together, my father added. That should have been my first warning. The second warning came when Lily asked if she should wear her new dress, the one I'd saved for 2 months to buy. It was pale blue, simple. From a discount store, yes, but clean, pressed, and chosen with care. "You look beautiful," I told her. She smiled so wide it hurt. Claire's house sat at the end of a gated street, massive, modern, glass and stone and money in every detail. Valet parking, caterers unloading trays. I held Lily's hand tighter as we walked up the driveway. Inside, the air smelled expensive. Perfume, champagne, something citrusy I couldn't name. Laughter, loudly, women in designer dresses scanned each other up and down with practiced smiles. Claire spotted us immediately. Her eyes flicked to Lily, then to Lily's dress, then back to me. Her smile tightened. "Rachel," she said, kissing the air beside my cheek, "you made it." Lily stepped forward politely. "Hi, Aunt Claire." Claire's gaze lingered on her for a half-second too long. "Sweetie," she said, voice syrupy, "why don't you go find the kids' table?" Lily blinked. "There's a kids' table?" Claire laughed lightly. "Well, no, but maybe you can sit quietly somewhere, okay? This is a grown-up party." I felt heat rise in my chest. "She's fine," I said calmly. "She'll stay with me." Claire's eyes hardened just slightly. "We'll see," she replied. For the next 20 minutes, I tried to pretend nothing was wrong. Lily stood beside me, clutching my hand, watching other kids run freely through the house, kids whose parents wore brands I recognized from magazines. One girl bumped into Lily near the drink station. Lily immediately apologized. The girl stared at her. "My mom says you can't touch the marble." Lily stepped back, mortified. I turned just in time to see Claire watching from across the room, smiling. Then it happened. Claire clinked her glass for attention. "Everyone," she announced brightly, "a quick reminder, this is a curated event." People chuckled. "We worked very hard to create a certain atmosphere tonight, so please be mindful of children wandering into restricted areas." Her eyes locked onto me. And some spaces, she added smoothly, are just not appropriate for certain guests. The silence that followed was razor sharp. Then laughter. Nervous, uncomfortable, but still laughter. Lily tugged my sleeve. "Mom, can we go outside?" I knelt down. "Are you okay?" She swallowed hard. She said no room for your discount store kids at this party." My vision blurred. I stood slowly. Claire didn't look away. Instead, she tilted her head and smirked. "Oh, relax," she said loudly. "Kids exaggerate." But her eyes said something else. I meant every word. I took Lily's hand and walked straight out. Behind me, the party resumed. Music swelled, glasses clinked, life went on. But something inside me went very, very quiet. In the car, Lily cried silently. "I'm sorry, Mom," she whispered. "I tried to be good." That broke me. "No," I said fiercely, "you did nothing wrong. Nothing." That night, after Lily fell asleep, I sat at my kitchen table and replayed everything. And that's when I realized something. Claire hadn't just humiliated my daughter. She'd done it on purpose. Because there was something she didn't expect me to know. Something she thought I'd never notice. But I had. And in that moment, I stopped being her quiet little sister. I started being something entirely else. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Lily's face, her tiny shoulders shaking, her dress clutched in her fists, the way she ran to me like the world had suddenly turned unsafe. I kept hearing Claire's laugh echoing in that glittering hall, sharp and satisfied, like she had won something. But what exactly had she won? By morning, I knew one thing clearly. Claire hadn't humiliated my daughter by accident. That moment was planned, calculated, and it wasn't just about a party, it was about power. Claire's real motive. 3 days later, my mother called. Not to apologize, not to ask about Lily. She called to smooth things over. "Claire didn't mean it like that," she said softly, the same tone she used my entire childhood whenever Claire crossed a line. "She's under a lot of stress." I stared at the wall as she spoke, finally hearing what I'd ignored for years. "She's always been sensitive about her image. You know how she feels about appearances." Appearances. That was the word that unlocked everything. Claire didn't want my daughter at that party because Lily didn't fit the picture she was selling to her wealthy in-laws, her social circle, her carefully curated world. A child from a discount store background threatened the illusion Claire had built. And then my mother said the line that changed everything. "You should have dressed her better." Silence followed. That wasn't damage control. That was alignment. The silent betrayal of our parents. That evening, my father came by unannounced. He sat at my kitchen table, hands folded, eyes tired. For a moment, I thought maybe he'd finally say the words I'd waited for my entire life. Instead, he said, "Claire didn't want drama." I laughed, a quiet, hollow laugh. "You mean she didn't want us," I replied. He didn't deny it. That's when I realized the truth. My parents had chosen sides long ago, not because Claire was right, but because Claire was useful. She married wealth, she elevated the family name, she opened doors. And Lily and I, we were inconvenient reminders of where they came from. They didn't speak up at the party, they didn't follow Lily when she ran out, they didn't confront Claire. Their silence wasn't confusion, it was consent. What Claire didn't know. What none of them knew was that the party she used to humiliate my child had witnesses she didn't control. One of them was Daniel, her husband's cousin, a quiet man who had stood near the dessert table when everything happened. Another was Marianne, one of Claire's in-laws, who had watched Lily run out with a look of genuine shock. And most importantly, someone had recorded it. Not intentionally, not maliciously, just accidentally. A phone left recording during a live stream to relatives overseas. Claire's words, her laugh, the gasp from the crowd, my daughter's sob, all of it. The calm before the reversal. I didn't share the video, not yet. Instead, I focused on Lily. We spent the week baking cookies, watching movies, and choosing new school shoes together. I told her she didn't do anything wrong, that her worth didn't come from dresses or price tags. She believed me, but I could see it in her eyes. Something had cracked, and that made me patient, because revenge fueled by anger burns fast, but revenge fueled by clarity lasts. The invitation. 2 weeks later, an envelope arrived. Claire's name was embossed on the front. Inside was an invitation to her charity fundraiser, an event she had been promoting for months. Sponsors, press, her husband's business partners. And at the bottom, handwritten, "Family is important. Let's move past this." No apology, no accountability, just optics. I smiled. This wasn't an olive branch. This was a stage, and this time I would walk onto it prepared. The public reversal begins. The night of the fundraiser, I dressed Lily in a simple blue dress she loved. Not expensive, not flashy, just hers. When we walked into the venue, heads turned. Claire froze when she saw us. Her smile tightened, but she couldn't stop us. Too many eyes, too many cameras. The first hour passed quietly. Then came speeches. Claire took the stage, glowing, confident, talking about compassion, inclusion, kindness. I felt Lily squeeze my hand. Then the host announced a special family message requested by one of the sponsors. That sponsor was Daniel. The lights dimmed, the screen behind the stage flickered, and the video played. The moment everything changed. Claire's voice echoed through the room. "No room for your discount store kids at this party." Her laugh followed, then Lily's crying. The silence afterwards was suffocating. Faces shifted, whispers spread, phones came out. Her husband stood frozen. My parents didn't move. Claire rushed forward, shouting about context, about jokes, about misunderstandings, but the damage was done. Because humiliation, when exposed, loses its power. The aftermath. The fundraiser ended early. Sponsors pulled out within days. The charity released a statement distancing themselves. Claire's social circle went quiet. My parents called. This time they apologized, but it was too late, because apologies offered after consequences are just regret for being seen. Choosing myself. Weeks later, Lily asked me something unexpected. "Mom," she said softly, "are we still family with them?" I thought carefully before answering. "We're family with people who protect us, not people who watch us get hurt." She nodded, and in that moment I knew the cycle had ended. Claire lost her illusion, my parents lost their silence, and I gained something far more valuable: myself.